Hi everyone, welcome back to Still Khmer. Guess who we have back with us today? The one, the only, Liza!
Guess who's back? Back again. I don't even know who sings that song, but
The only snippet you know. Wow.
Well,
She's back, baby.
apparently I ran Mori off the podcast. And I took over her spawn.
Oh my god.
Bori was tired of our antics, so
But no,
she's resting.
in all seriousness, she is like going to Cambodia. So
Yeah.
Rest up, Bori.
I'm jealous.
Yes.
Pack and do things like buy stuff.
Bring all the vitamins.
Bring all the vitamins, yeah. Go to Costco, buy stuff for people in Cambodia.
Mm-hmm.
So while Bori's off doing fun things, we're here recording this episode.
This
Which is fun.
Yeah?
Yeah.
And
This is fun.
what are we going to talk about today?
Why are you shaking?
She's always trembling.
She's like a little, Chihuahua is like. She's like a little Chihuahua.
She's shaking.
It's funny because I didn't think it was like that, but when I listened to the last episode I was on, my voice like shook so much. I was like, what was going on?
Yeah, you said it like you were being shot. It's like- You're weird. Okay. But yeah, you're here for a reason, I think, right?
I hope so.
Why are you?
No, I'm just dropped by.
Yeah, it's because
She
she's
came
studying
here-
for the bar right now.
Yes.
She better be here for
Yeah,
a
you
reason.
you graduated from law school, Liza.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Wow.
Congratulations.
Thank you. I
Wow.
graduated last week.
Wow.
Well, technically, like 2 weeks ago.
Mhm.
But I was in Chicago, so
Mhm.
we had to move back. So it
Mhm.
felt like last week.
Yeah. Now she's back in Lowell.
Mm-hmm.
Woohoo.
You have a bed frame now.
Yeah. Do you? Oh, you don't?
Nope.
No. She still
No.
doesn't.
Okay, respect.
She doesn't have furniture or a laptop charger. She's borrowing my charger.
No.
I barely found a t-shirt to wear today.
Oh my god, Liza.
I haven't unpacked or anything.
Oh my god. This is concerning. So what have you been doing? Just running around after your nephew?
Exactly. Just babysit my
Aw.
nephew.
She graduated law school to babysit her nephew.
That's cute.
It's okay, we support
They must
you.
be paying you a lot with that degree.
Yeah.
She's
Yeah.
slightly overqualified.
Yeah.
Wow. But maybe there's a family discount. I don't know.
Family discount.
Yeah. But yeah, what now? You're studying for the bar? Job searching?
Yep. The bar is in July.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
So you know how I bought a study program for the bar.
Oh, what did you pick?
Mhm.
Barbary.
Barbary.
Barbary is not sponsored this podcast, by the way. I paid out of my own pocket. Yeah, guess how much it was?
1,000?
700.
$3,000.
No!
What?
And it's
Why?
It's not lifetime access, okay?
For 1 year?
2 years, I think.
Holy crap.
no.
But-
oh my god.
because when I bought it-
$3,000?
When I bought it, I was internship at a government entity.
Yeah.
So I got like $1,000 discount.
That's a discount?
But still like 2,000, right?
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Oh, jeez. Okay.
And then
Wow.
they emailed me like, oh hey, you can unlock your study schedule now.
Okay.
Do you want a physical book? And I like, oh yeah, not bad. So you need to deposit $50
Okay.
to get the book.
Okay.
But I thought, you know how like there's like study book out there, like
Yeah.
one thick book, you know what?
So he sent
No.
you a whole...
The box like
No.
huge.
Holy crap.
like,
No.
oh
why?
my god.
I saw the box like, why? It's only one book. I opened it, it's like thick 6 books. Like
Tomes.
oh,
Like little... Oh my
scared.
god.
I saw it and it hit me. I was going to start studying in June. I saw how huge, all those books are. And I got started now.
Damn,
Oh
Lisa.
my god.
I'm so stressed for you. I don't know. I'm excited
Now
for
I'm
you.
shaking.
Wow. You guys are doing crazy things. I don't know.
So, Julie, you going to med school, right?
She is in med school.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, she's attending.
So, for me, I was looking through the bar exams, and the material, like, obviously is daunting, but it's not like, the one that got me. I think it's the concentration, the ability to concentrate. It's 2 days,
Yeah.
and
Right.
it's Monday. I mean, it's morning, afternoon, right?
It's like 8 hours?
I think it took around like 4 hours at like one time, and then 3
Okay.
hours. For me, like at some point I just lost concentration. Like it just lost. I couldn't go anymore. I don't know how everybody do that.
Yeah, that's wild.
You'll be fine. You'll be fine when you take it. You'll be awake because of
I thi-
adrenaline.
Yeah, I think like when it comes down to it, you have no choice but to like focus. If it helps, I take like brain supplements now. That sounds scarier than it actually is. It's natural. Ginkgo biloba? Have you heard of it,
yeah,
Julie?
yeah.
It's supposed to help enhance like memory and cognitive function.
Mhm.
And I feel like, okay, maybe not memory and cognitive function for me because I feel like that's still at
She
the
has
same level
superior cognitive function
already.
than
Yes.
everyone
No,
else,
I'm
so.
kidding. No, I don't see a difference in like that, but I see like more consistent energy and I just like feel
Oh.
happier. And I feel like if I did have to focus, I would be less miserable.
Mm.
So I guess it helps concentration in that way. So if you want to try ginkgo biloba, go to Nature Bounty and buy some.
Okay,
Okay,
this
not
is
an
not
ad.
sponsored.
Exactly.
Why did you use your ad voice? Why do you have an ad voice?
I wanted it to be official. Or you can go to Costco and buy their ginkgo biloba. Yeah.
Oh my
We're not
God.
sponsored, but if you want sponsors,
But Nature Bounty, like if you do want to sponsor us.
Supplements.
So yeah,
Oh my
I mean, if
God.
you think like supplements would help, definitely try them.
it's funny, like, because I honestly, my final week
Mhm.
ended on Thursday,
Mhm.
and then the commencement was on
Sunday.
Sunday.
Mhm.
So I was doing final week while trying to get ready for commencement,
Yeah.
Mhm.
and I told you I screwed up my first exam.
Oh my god.
Oh
Completely
no.
screwed it up. I ran out
I
of
think you
time.
missed one question. If that's your definition of screwing up, then
Yeah.
I think you're
okay.
really hard on yourself.
I ran out of time.
Oh.
It's funny that it was 3.5 hours, and you thought that's a long time, right?
Yeah.
No.
No.
When I look up at the clock again, it was like 2 minutes to go.
Oh my god.
I'm just kidding. She didn't hear what I said.
I did. You were like, no.
Sorry. Sorry.
No, it's not a long time. Like, honestly, this might sound crazy.
Mhm.
I wish the exam was 4.5 hours.
Wow. Well, you're ready for the bar.
That was one subject, one
Yeah,
class.
Yeah.
The bar is all subjects.
Yeah. God.
Anyway,
I'm so
Wait, did
stressed
you
for
say
you.
the bar is 4 hours per day?
no. So 4 hours in the morning, you go out, you
Okay.
get lunch, and then you come
Okay.
back for another one.
4 more.
It's 16 hours?
And then,
Okay.
well, I think the essay is 3 hours.
Okay.
The problem is not the time limit.
Okay, that makes more sense.
The time is not the issue here.
Oh
It's
my
the
God.
volume of the material you have to go through is the problem.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
What is this?
No,
Why do
I
people
know
do
you
this to
can do it.
themselves?
I know you can do it. You're doing this to yourself.
Well, me in 3 years, yeah, but why are you doing this to yourself now, Lisa?
I honestly cannot wait for you to experience your
She
one.
has no choice.
It sounds
What
daunting.
was it all for?
But I cannot wait for you to experience your one.
Okay.
You're going to be you're going to hate your life so much. I'm going to be so
Oh
happy
my
about it.
god. Oh my god.
I went through it.
God.
Oh my god, you're going to hate the world. You're going to hate everybody.
Wow.
I want to hear about this when it happens.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. I won't have grades my first semester. And then the rest of my semesters, I won't have grades really either.
I'm sorry, cut you off. But
No, it's okay.
It's not the grade that kill you.
It's just the volume of material or just like how bad everyone is or
No, it's feel like you wasted 4 years in college.
oh.
You didn't transfer any skill from college to law school.
Oh.
Then what did I go through 4 years?
What the heck? Why is it so existential? I thought you were going to be like, law school's so hard and people are so snobby,
I
but
think for me, the
Mhm.
hard part was they taught you how to think in a different way.
Mm.
Mm.
If it helps you at all, like, I think I've become a different person since high school and college and stuff, and I kind of don't care about like
I know.
grades anymore. And like I don't know if this is like good or bad, but when I visited Yale and they did like a mock class, like I couldn't follow 100% of what was being said in the class.
Mhm.
And I was like, if this is going to be my law school experience, like I'm fine with it. I don't know. I'm going to graduate either way. I don't know. Like it's like,
That's good.
I don't know if it's good or bad, but I think most law class,
mhm.
it's only final exam that count.
Yeah. So I'm going to try not to get bogged down by like the readings and the outlines and trying to understand every single case.
Oh, you should.
Okay.
You have to.
Okay.
Oh my god,
Anyway.
a spider.
Oh,
Okay.
spider.
Do I kill it?
Wear your shoe. Wear
Oh.
your shoe.
Oh, is it big?
I tried killing it yesterday, but it wasn't in an optimal location.
Interesting.
She has a spider for a roommate.
I don't think she heard you. Oh no, she did.
No, I heard it.
Oh,
Hey,
Julie.
Rent!
It's oh, Clint.
Oh,
He's dead.
I try not to kill spiders, even though I'm like
I
deadly
know, I'm
afraid of them.
sorry.
Yeah, but no, sometimes it's like in
But
a
it
scary
looked
location.
Ugly.
Okay.
It had black and white stripes.
Oh, that sounds bad. That could be poisonous.
Sus,
Oh, venomous.
right?
But yeah, never mind.
It's funny. Like my mom used to, like in Cambodia.
Mhm.
You know how like on your what is it called, the ceiling,
The bowl?
Mhm.
there's like spider web everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
So she would clean it off, and then the spider would drop, and it
Yeah.
would run around with like a shoe, and then just can't go.
Wait, the spider will run around with a shoe?
No, I
Yeah,
have
the
shoe.
spider gets
Yeah.
a shoe, and it's like, you broke my home.
Yeah, the spider
Why
would.
did I hear you say
The spider would attack me, and I would run from it.
Yeah, the spider would beat her with a shoe.
Well, the way you said it, you were like, it'll fall down from the ceiling and then it'll grab
With
a
a
shoe. Like, were you-
She's gonna be a Yale law student.
Oh my god. For the spider or me or what's happening?
The spider going to go to
You,
there.
not the spider!
Who is this spider?
What is happening? I'm trying to stay on topic. I'm like concerned
She's
about
like, I'm really trying to follow the spider story.
No wonder you cannot follow the class. That makes sense.
I'm waiting for you
That's
to
so
finish your
funny.
spider story. So it fell from the ceiling and then
I think
Your
she
mom.
would chase it with a shoe.
and then what's
to
the point of
kill
the
it.
story?
Why else would you chase a spider with a shoe?
To kill it. Oh my god.
Sorry.
This episode is
crying.
everything I
What?
wished it would be.
Apparently one spider got away, and it's going to Yale.
Oh my
How
God,
many
I'm actually
sleeves does she
crying.
have on her sweater? Let's count.
Oh my god, I'm crying.
Oh my god.
Maybe I should stop taking the ginkgo biloba.
Exactly.
I think
You took too much of it.
Liza should do stand up and then just have Thida sit on a stool on stage and react.
Just be very confused.
I want to do a
That'd be
roast.
so funny.
A roast of me?
Right now?
Nah.
Oh.
Very excited. Okay.
Yeah. I think it'll be okay. It'll be okay.
Thank you.
Not you.
Oh.
But you'll be okay too. I meant the bar.
Oh, okay, back to topic.
There's a lot of
Okay.
pronouns going around. You,
Um,
not you, not you.
You. The other you. Yeah. Do you have to pass? Do you get a score? Like, how does it work?
Why is everybody? Yeah, so we. Okay, can I say his name?
I
Tim.
don't know who. Yeah, Tim. What?
I don't know if he wants
He
to
who must not be named.
Yes.
Timothy. Yes.
So let's call him redacted. So
So today, redacted. Lisa and I went to lunch.
yes, and redacted picked me up, and he asked, "Oh, do you need a score to pass the bar?"
Mm-hmm.
Think of that question again.
Mm-hmm.
If you don't need the score, then you just write your name and then you pass the bar.
No.
No?
I mean, no, like, do you get a final score that's a numeric thing? Or do you just get pass fail?
Oh, that makes
Oh.
more sense. Okay.
No,
Okay, there's
so
a bigger bug. I didn't like it. It was outside.
where you live? You live in your
I'm
apartment.
afraid.
How hot is
really
it in Ohio
scared.
right now? I have seen more
Um,
bugs since spring started, so
It's
and I hate it.
like, and it's in the high 70s. It's not too bad. But
Okay.
this one was like this big.
Holy crap. Okay. Remind me to never go to Ohio. Sorry, Julie.
Okay, back to topic.
Okay.
So it's different from state to state.
Oh,
So if
weird.
I'm not wrong, that state that lowest score. Like Massachusetts is one
Oh,
of
I
the
see.
highest score
Probably.
you need to pass.
You're probably
New Hampshire is easier to pass. Nothing against New Hampshire. I like New Hampshire.
they just have lower standards for lawyers.
But yeah, so you need to get over the score. I think it's
Oh,
again,
okay,
don't quote me on this. I think it's 270,
Okay.
and you need to get at least that to pass the bar.
What percentage of questions
Mm.
do you need to get correct to get that score?
Well, I think
That's a hard question.
it's hard because there's multiple choice, but there's also the essay component to it.
Mm-hmm.
And then that's the universal bar exams. And within a month after you take the bar exams, you have to pass the Massachusetts state exams.
Okay.
So that's
Hmm.
mainly Massachusetts law. So you have to
This
pass
is
the best
stressful.
law.
So you're taking to the best law, the best state. So
Yeah.
you're taking
The best Commonwealth.
Indeed. There's not a lot of competition when you narrow it down like that, but yes.
We're better than Australia.
We're better than Pennsylvania and
Whoa!
Virginia, right? I think.
Why
Wait, is
is-
Virginia Commonwealth?
Why
I
is
don't know.
Australia got
Aren't they a Commonwealth? No.
oh, come
I take it back. I think the
We're not
Commonwealth
very
is
clear.
all the colonized places.
Oh my god. Okay, this got dark.
My bad.
But you know, it's shocking because I told you the ethnic exams.
Ethnic exams?
Yeah. So
What's that?
Ethic?
yeah. So
Oh, ethic. I thought they were going to
It's like,
test you on your
wait.
ethnicity.
Like, exam only for people of color.
Yes.
Oh, or that. That's even worse. Oh my god.
There's some people still hasn't passed those tests yet.
That's concerning. Are they supposed to pass it before the bar?
For our state, yes. For
Wow.
Illinois, no.
Wow.
You still have to pass it to, to be an actual attorney.
Mm-hmm.
But for our state, you have to pass it before you can apply.
For the bar exam.
Yep.
Okay. And you've passed.
Oh,
You told me you passed.
Luckily,
Yes.
fortunately,
she's ethical.
I don't want to criticize it because they have to go in for an interview, but that's a weird test to do.
Is it weird? Damn.
It's you study and you take the exam. That doesn't tell you about how good a character a person is. Just how good,
Yeah.
just how good they are at study and doing the test.
Mm-hmm.
Just because, how many lawyers who know the law and still break the law anyway?
Wait, so I thought it was like an ethics exam as in, like, obviously in practicing law, there's a lot of gray area and you'd have to know how to navigate it ethically. And I thought that's something that you'd have to study for, right?
But isn't there a better way to do that? Just put one person in front of a computer and then do multiple choice.
What's a better way?
Yes. An essay?
Not an essay, but so I got a friend in school who international student 2 times keep failing just because the language barrier.
Oh, I see.
So they're not going to be able to practice here in the United States just because, you know what I mean?
Because it presents a language
Exactly.
barrier. But, I mean, in that case...
With the bar exam, you got help from, because you actually attend the class and you understand the material.
Was there an ethics class?
Yeah, but it's optional.
It should be required. I think it's required at YLS. I think.
Well, it's it doesn't really help. What I'm trying to say, if you go and practice, let's say you're a criminal lawyer, obviously you should know your area law.
Yeah.
That makes sense. But any other test. Come on, that I'm not criticizing the system. Just saying. So you actually pay for this test,
Mm-hmm.
and it's not cheap. It's very expensive.
Mm-hmm.
Do an interview, or if you do like recommendation from, because you have to do a law internship while in law school,
Oh,
right?
Mm-hmm.
Let your supervisor recommend you, speak to your character that, hey, this person, really know, can be go to community and all those, rather than just sit them in front of a computer and.
Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, the reason why I'm hesitant to like comment is because I've obviously never gone to law school. I haven't taken an ethics class. I haven't sat down for this exam, so I don't know what it's really trying to test. But I don't know. Like, I feel like character and fitness is like something so nebulous that I've always thought that references and stuff like that's a good way of having other people attest to your character. Like that's how people get jobs. Like
Exactly.
we don't take an ethics exam, so. But I don't know if specifically for law, like if the exam presents various scenarios in which you should have knowledge on how to navigate. And so
they do.
In order to like assess how well you're going to navigate
They
the
do.
situations as an attorney, like you need to take an ethics course and take this ethics exam. But if the problem is like a language barrier, then maybe we should be talking about accessibility and like reformatting the test somehow.
They do. That's what I mean, right? Like, so make it require for students to take that class
Mm-hmm.
in law school
Mm-hmm.
and take that test
Mm-hmm.
with the class.
Yeah, no,
then
that
they have-
makes sense to me.
they have
Is that
to-
not how it works? So you take this optional class separately, and then you apply to
do.
take the ethics exam
So
on your own.
I did.
That's weird.
I did, right? So we have to. It just implemented in my year.
Okay.
You have to take that class
Mm-hmm.
and then pass that class with the final exams,
Mm-hmm.
and then you have to do that. You have to do that actual exams
Mm-hmm.
and pass that actual exam again.
Yeah, that's redundant.
So
I don't know.
the class was easier because you got study session or the material with professor on all those, right?
Mm-hmm.
But then you have to, like you cannot just take those exams whenever you want.
Right.
PIE. It's only twice a year. So the gap of the 3 and 4 months is a long time for anybody, right? So I'm saying that why don't you just require for a person to pass that that course in law school, do that test but in a law school setting, and then supplement it with, character attachment from supervisor and everything else,
which they already kind of require for you to get the bar license. Yeah.
Or if you must do a
Not
separate,
kind of already, they do require it.
if you must do a separate interview,
Mm-hmm.
The
Which
conversation.
You already do. Yeah, I think they should incorporate. Yeah.
Because I think a lot of people just find it hard to pass the MPA because the language and the question was very iffy.
Mm-hmm.
That's all I'm saying. Because
Yeah.
I have a lot of friends who already took the second test and they still hasn't passed yet. So
Dang.
now they have to study for that and the bar exams
Mm-hmm.
and looking for a job and so many other things.
Yeah. What is it about the language of the ethics exam that makes it as hard or even harder than the bar exam? Like if folks are competent enough to like finish law school, like graduate from law school and like be ready to take the bar, but still struggle with the ethics exam, like what is it about the language of the exam that makes it
So I took
difficult to deal
the
with?
bar prep course, right?
Yeah.
And we did the bar exams test.
Mm-hmm.
If you know your law, if you know your material,
Mm-hmm.
you know the answer. That's one
I
answer
see. Okay.
that you're going for.
Yeah.
The MPIE, the scenario involved a lot of morale and like, what are you supposed to do?
Mm-hmm.
It's not what the law say. Yeah, it's what the law say, obviously the code of the lawyer.
Mm-hmm.
But again, those scenario is different.
I see.
The fact pattern is harder and it's shorter, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
So I know that Now I'm fine with it. But at first, like in high school and stuff, it was really hard to read a long question and understand everything. You have to keep reading it 2 or 3 times.
Yeah.
You just don't fully understand the question. Sometimes there's a misunderstanding, and that one misunderstanding led you to a wrong answer.
I see. Okay, so the bar exam is hard, but it's material based.
If you know the law.
If you know the law, you will do well on the bar exam. But like for the ethics exam, it's like more subjective.
I think the time is the problem.
The time.
I think it's 9 minutes if I'm not wrong.
For how many questions?
60.
Oh my god. And like they're long questions?
Long scenario, yeah.
Jesus Christ.
But you need to get at least 40 questions correct.
Yeah, okay. I think the more you talk about it, the more I'm kind of like, maybe a multiple choice test isn't the best way of
if you
going about testing someone's character and fitness. I don't know.
If you're fluent in the language, it's fine. But I can speak from experience. When you get to like the question 20, your brain...
You don't want to read anymore.
Not because I feel like at first, even for me, like in middle school, I have to keep translate the language to Khmer. In my brain to fully understand it. You can only do it and concentrate on that for a period of time. At some point, you're trying to remember the answer, what they're saying while trying to understand the questions. And, it's just very, very difficult. But, a lot of those people has problem on exams. They have no problem like conversational, daily life. They can do the job if the exams that difficult for them.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a lot of like practice of law that just involves like negotiation and talking and not necessarily writing, or not everyone's a litigator. Yeah, so that really sucks. I'm sorry. I'm not saying it's not a barrier. Like I absolutely think it's a barrier. And I think like they intentionally put these barriers in place and like make it so competitive. And I don't understand why. Like you want people to be successful and be lawyers. I'm sorry to hear that about your friend.
Friends.
Yeah. I'm sorry they're going through that.
Does med school also have something like that?
We don't have like a standalone like ethics test, but on our exams we'll have like scenario questions, which are kind of weird in my opinion, because it'll give you like a scenario where you're talking to a patient and then the answer choices will be like what is the correct thing to say to the patient in this situation. So it's kind of like a video game. Yeah. And I don't know, I think it's usually like pretty straightforward though.
What's funny about this test that I found, right? I did study for it, so the law and all, but at the end of the day, I figure it's not the law, you just have to figure out the pattern of the question and the answer. You found the trick to it, and then that's how I managed to pass it first time.
It's not related to you being an ethical person at all. Yeah, I know what you mean.
I sit down and I study all the rule.
Yeah.
The practice test, I bomb it. And then I just keep taking the practice test. At some point, your brain like process this pattern.
Yeah, like this is how they want me to answer.
Exactly.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Between the question and the answer.
Yeah.
And I got it.
Yeah.
So that's the flaw of the exams.
Yeah.
If you're smart enough to figure out the pattern, I still know most of those rules.
Yeah. Like you know the right answer, but you don't really understand why it's right. Yeah. And you don't necessarily agree with it.
You know how to pass the exams, but you don't actually know
how to be a good lawyer. Yeah.
What the purpose was lost.
Yeah. That's unfortunate. That's kind of how I felt about the LSAT, because I just like kept taking so many practice exams and I was like so bad at logical reasoning. But then I was like, let me get out of my head and try to get into their head. Like, how do they want me to answer this? So like I just got good at like recognizing which answers would go with which question. And it's like sometimes I didn't understand the stimulus at all, like, and I don't agree with that being the right answer, but I think that's how they want me to answer. So like I selected it's like it's messed up because it doesn't make me better at logical reasoning. Just makes me understand the test a bit more, like understand how to take the test.
Yeah, because you put
Yeah.
me in an essay format for those things, I wouldn't be able to do it.
Yeah.
But the
Yeah.
multiple choice, if I take again, I can still pass it because
You figured out the trick.
yeah.
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 That's unfortunate.
Then
Wow.
Do you
what's
feel
the
like
goal of those exams?
isn't that just like an inherent flaw in like all exams?
In
That they don't
standardized
translate. Yeah.
Exactly.
They don't translate to like real life practice because I feel like we have to do a lot of practice questions every day. Like, so I'm in rotations now, so I'll like be in clinic and stuff like that, and then I also have to do practice questions at home. I feel like I can do the practice questions, but I don't know what to do in real life. Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Can you talk a little bit more about like what clinics in rotation is? I know you like explained it to me when we had ramen, and I lost like all knowledge. Not because I don't care about you, but because it's like such a foreign concept. Like
No.
you're in med school for 9 months out of the year, and then you take like M1 or M2. Like you take an exam and then you have a little break and then you go on rotation and then you're back in school. Like that just it's year round. That's crazy.
Yeah. It makes no sense. Yeah. I think it like also varies from school to school because there's like preclinical curriculum and then clinical curriculum. And some schools have shortened their preclinical to be like 18 months or something like that. Whereas other schools are still like 2 years. But then my school's technically 2 years, but the second year is shorter than the first year.
Oh, okay,
don't know.
okay.
So like, yeah, like, we finished our second year in mid-March. So like 2 months ago.
Oh, okay.
And then
that's
we
why.
had like 6 weeks, I think, to study for step 1, which is our first board exam. And then, like, depending on when you take it, if you take it earlier, you have more time for vacation. But then if you have to take it later, like, you might not have any time. So I took it like pretty close to the end. So I had like 1 week off. Yeah, after my week off, then I started a rotation.
Oh my god.
Whoa.
And then the way that the rotations are structured are also different from school to school. And for my school, they also have like 3 different pathways. So, like, the traditional pathway, you rotate at like 4 different hospitals in the city.
Whoa.
And so you have to like get onboarded at like 4 different places. I think it's like 4.
So are you there for like 3 weeks at a time? Like that's
I don't know
crazy.
because I'm not doing that one. So
Oh,
I
okay,
have no
okay,
idea.
okay,
Yeah. And then, yeah, so you're like doing different specialties with each rotation. So you might do like OB-GYN at one hospital and then like internal medicine at another hospital and stuff like that.
Okay.
And then the one that I'm in, we do all our rotations at the Cleveland Clinic. And then they also have this like strange longitudinal like outpatient block instead, which is like not how most curriculums do it. So basically, for this first rotation, every day I go to a different clinic, basically. So it's like Monday I have pediatrics outpatient. Tuesday I have geriatrics outpatient in the morning and then internal medicine outpatient in the afternoon. And then Wednesday I have family medicine in the suburbs.
At a different hospital.
Yeah, so they're all at different clinics.
Oh
yeah.
my
All the
gosh.
specialties is like a different clinic.
Wow.
And then on Thursdays, sometimes I have pediatric heme oncology. So like specifically with like brain cancer in pediatrics. And then I also like this past Thursday I also had palliative medicine, but then like that was inpatient. So then we'll have like random inpatient stuff. And then we also work like emergency room shifts, but I haven't started that yet.
Oh my
Like,
gosh,
on the weekend.
That's scary. On the weekend. Oh my
But
god.
it's only like Saturday, not both days.
Oh my god.
Is that supposed to make it better? I don't think so.
Is this technically summer vacation for you? Like what is
No, it's not.
Oh
we have
my
no
God.
summer vacation.
That's crazy.
Yeah. But we have a week off in October. And then we
Are
have
they in a
winter
different
break.
world? Are they in a different world? Like
Yeah.
what is this?
We don't get Thanksgiving off.
Oh my god, Julie. This is wild. Oh my god. Never have I been so glad to not go to med school.
Right?
No, when I listen to you, I'm like, I'm so glad to not be in law school.
Well,
So
that's when
it's
we know
mutual.
we've chosen the right,
It's
the
mutual.
right paths for us. Oh my
I'm like,
God.
oh,
Wow.
this sounds terrible.
And
Yeah.
aren't you glad you changed your
Yeah,
your
changed
mind about
my
it?
mind about med school. Yes, I'm so glad. I'm glad that Harvard made me realize early on. Like I hit
Oh my
orgo, I
God.
hit organic chemistry, and I was like, nope. If I can't even handle this, can't handle med school. Thank you, orgo.
Orgo's just weird. I feel like Orgo's like learning another language.
Yeah, no, I'm just
It's the
bad at
weirdest-
chemistry. I
Yeah.
really, I make really simple mistakes.
Have you always wanted to go to med school?
No. Actually, when I was little, I was like, I never want to be a doctor. That sounds so boring. That's like, this is the worst job on earth.
Oh my god. Were you just in and out of hospitals a lot and you were like, this is not the life?
No, but like, just watching my PCP, I was like, her job seems so boring.
Oh my gosh.
And then like freshman year of high school, I was like, I think I want to be a lawyer.
Whoa, you went through a lawyer phase.
I did. I had a lawyer phase. It
Wow.
ended pretty quickly because then I was like, oh, I like biology. So I was like, maybe
do
I
like
should
biology.
study like science or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I went through a lot of phases. Like in middle school, I wanted to be a writer. And then in high school, I thought about majoring in math or astrophysics.
Whoa.
So like I had a lot of like or music, even though
Whoa.
I don't know about
That's
music.
you ran the gamut. Like
you were
it's all
everywhere.
Yeah. But then I ended up in medicine.
Are you happy where you are? I think you've
I think so.
Yeah, I think you are.
I feel like it's like really hard sometimes and like
Mhm.
really exhausting sometimes, but I think that I'm happy with my choice.
Mhm.
What I will say, my first piece of advice is believe in yourself.
Mhm.
You know, when other people are like, hey, Julie, how are you going to survive rotations if you always go to sleep late and you can't wake up early? Tell them, shut up. Tell them, shut up.
Who says that? That's so mean.
When they're like, you need to start getting it together because how will you cope in rotations? You simply adjust, okay?
Okay.
Has these people been through rotation or no?
No.
Then why?
I feel like this is personal for you.
Yeah.
Have you also heard people say that?
I heard
Someone said that to her.
I
too.
heard people say. For me, it was I always knew I want to be a lawyer.
Mm-hmm.
I through since I was young, never changed my mind. Don't ask me why. I have no idea where this
It's
came
your
from.
personality.
It's
She likes
funny.
arguing.
In Cambodia, I just thought that's like one of the most prestigious job.
Really? I didn't know that.
Oh.
Somehow, I think being a lawyer probably more prestigious than being a doctor.
I did not know
I'm
that.
not sure. Like I haven't.
You know, I can kind of see that.
So, I always heard my dad like spoke highly of lawyers and judges and
Judges, for sure.
all those. So
Yeah.
in my
Yeah,
mind, it's
yeah.
always like, yeah, that's like one of the most prestigious thing
Yeah.
you can do, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then I guess as I grew up, never found anything else that, got me into. I said, well, I'm going to law school. And then I said, well, it's going to be too hard for you because the language and all that. Or, you like, in a sense, almost like you're not going to make it. Like,
oh my god.
have you been ever? You're not a lawyer, so don't talk to me. But
Wow.
if I'm just saying, if anybody thinking of doing, go to grad school or lawyers or med school, obviously it's very expensive.
Yeah.
But if you doubt yourself, whether it's worth it or not, I say go for it. You before you know it, like me, you're going to graduate it.
Yeah.
Like obviously, I'm sure there are times, even for you, right, in college, you're like, this not going to happen.
Yeah. No. Yeah.
This too difficult. But then you just get through that day, and next time another semester already ended.
Yeah.
And then next thing you know, you graduated.
Yeah.
That's so true.
So, even there are those days that you feel like that this is too hard. Just close your eye, go to sleep. The next morning, you'll be fine.
I love that. No, I love that advice. No, seriously.
That's nice.
I think just know yourself. I feel like just ask yourself, like, let's say you in law school or in med school, whatever. Are you okay with this? If you're okay with it, doesn't matter even if it's your parents or your sibling or somebody really, really close to you that may obviously advise you of love and concern. It's you, because you're the one who's going to have to do this job 30, 40 years.
Right.
So ask yourself, like, 30 years from now, can you still doing it? If you can, then you'll be fine.
Yeah.
You're not necessarily going to do it. You might change your job 5 years from now. I feel this, right? Like when I just got here, school was very, very difficult. You can speak English, but going to school and using mainly English is a different world. Because you learn English like in Cambodia,
Yeah.
but you're going to Khmer school, you speak Khmer, you're going
Yeah.
to people, you're going to school with people who speak Khmer.
Yeah.
The teachers, they speak Khmer.
And your parents speak Khmer
Right.
at home. Yeah.
So you don't feel like, you cannot communicate with anybody. But here, even if you live in an area like with a lot of like Khmer people, it's still very difficult. And I mentioned this, right? Like, I think I got to like 8th grade in Cambodia. That's pretty high. But when I got here, the subjects, the science, the math, the history, I never taken U.S. history. Have no idea what they're talking about. First time heard of it. The science, like the word, rotation and all those. You don't learn those in English school in Cambodia. You know what I mean?
Right,
you learn how to speak the language, but they don't teach you the, I guess, technical words that you use in those. And imagine you sit in a class and has no idea.
Yeah.
You feel like, you're so behind. You're not going to get anywhere.
Has that gotten better as you like progress through school, high school, college, and now done with law school? Or has it been just like different variations of struggling? So maybe now you speak like English well enough to do this really difficult thing, but then there are still moments where like you don't get certain references or like US history. Like when people talk about US history, like sometimes I just don't get it. And I know and that sounds bad, but
like the spider with the shoe,
Okay. Okay.
Or a test about ethnicity, like, what was like, there's always a friend who has a way to make you feel bad about yourself. Like feel you're nobody, and
oh my god, what?
That's one of those friends. Just going. I'm not saying it's you. One of those friends who might or might not sit next to me right now.
Yeah, sometimes it feels like they're in the room with you.
Yeah.
It's like I can almost hear her.
It's very weird. Like,
Yeah.
I can sense her just being around me. Okay, I feel bad for saying this, but I don't think
about to flame you.
No, not towards you. I'm saying in general.
Okay,
Yeah,
thank you.
yeah. I know.
I don't think I'm a good person to speak on it because I feel like I managed to get through law school, right? Obviously, some word I have difficult with, but I think my level is probably exceed like average, average people.
I'm not
saying
it's not. No, it's not.
You have a doctorate.
You literally,
I'm not
I
saying
think it's
general population. I'm saying like like kids who come from Cambodia, but that's just by experience and what you're being like exposed to.
Yeah.
That's I don't know what it is like. If you ask me, how did like the language got better and how you learn? Have no idea.
Yeah,
I really have no
you
idea.
just did it. Yeah.
As you go through school, it just keeps getting better and better. The reason I ask you, have you ever like wanted to be a doctor? It's weird because I remember you in high school.
Okay.
you wanted to go to med school and
Yes.
be a doctor. Like,
Yes.
see, you were so set on it. I always thought, yeah, you're going to be a doctor.
It was on the news. It was on the news.
I regret everything.
Like, it's funny because we knew each other since freshman of high school, right?
Mhm,
So your past, I knew pretty well.
Yeah,
I can't remember, like, your mind was so set on it.
I know.
I have no doubt in my mind that Pichina are going to be a doctor.
Yeah.
Even like during shopping week in sophomore year, I still like went to Math 1 and Orgo and stuff like that. But anyway, yeah, I pretty much learned my lesson by second year. I was like, not doing this.
Freshman year was traumatic, to say the least.
I think like at
It was
Harvard
deeply
specifically, like
traumatic.
they really break you
For
down.
me personally.
Me too. Why do they do this to us? But anyway.
I still remember when you text me,
Mhm.
I changed my mind.
I texted you?
You know what she said? She going, no, you wanted to be a principal.
What?
A principal?
Why?
She going to go into education. And she
Like,
want-
weirdly, I can see that
And
for her.
she wanna be a
She has the
principal.
principal face.
I would say this, right? As a friend,
I-
I want to be supportive.
Thank you.
I really want to be supportive of my friend.
Mm-hmm.
But a part of me then went, huh?
Why?
What happened?
Oh my gosh.
And then
She's gone off the rails.
I don't know what happened, the journey. She ended up, okay, lawyer. That's what.
Here's what's weird to me. It's weird to me that so many of my friends stopped being pre-med and decided to become lawyers specifically.
You know, I think
that's
it's 'cause
weird.
it's a step down from being a lawyer. I think that's exactly why.
Oh, from being a doctor?
Yes. Sorry, it's a step down from being a doctor.
You know,
No, but like it's also so different.
exactly. That's what I was going to
What's
say.
wrong with you guys?
The courses,
It's not the same at all.
the classes
Me and
that you
Bori.
take
Yeah.
for med school
Yeah.
and lawyer,
Yeah.
completely different.
That's exactly why. I mean, like, you're so
It's unhinged
traumatized by, like,
behavior.
all of these, like, STEM courses that you pivot to something that's completely opposite. Now you only read and write. And
but still prestigious enough,
prestigious enough
and the
where you
money
can-
is still there.
good enough.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
We
And it's
really
shorter.
get into it.
Yeah, and it's shorter because now you're spending like 16 years in school and training, Julie. Kind of.
That's so rude.
Oh, what? No, I'm saying like it's more difficult for you to become a doctor.
I thought you were flexing,
Like trying to become a lawyer just means like you do 3 years of law school
but it seems
and then you
so like
become income generating immediately.
it
you're, like,
just
immediately
seems like
marketable.
so much work.
I think med school is a lot more work. I really think so.
Get back to me in your second semester.
Ooh, ooh,
Why
ooh.
second semester? That's when it's gonna.
That's when second, like, yeah.
After the
that's
first
when stuff
semester.
happens.
Mhm.
Yeah, get into second semester and then
Okay.
Oh my
okay.
god, Dr. Lisa.
Attorney
Okay.
Lane.
is it an actual doctor though? No,
I don't think it's
no.
I don't
But
think
it's a
doctor.
doctorate.
It's
No.
a doctorate degree.
Disrespect to like the professor. Obviously, I graduated from law school. There's a doctorate in there.
Mm-hmm.
No disrespect to all the hard work those people do.
Mm-hmm.
Only actual doctor.
And
that's
PhD.
one. That's
Oh,
one.
What am I supposed to call you?
That's one doctor.
Well, when she gets barred, you can call her Attorney Lane.
Yeah, or I'll be like, Lisa, attorney at law.
Yeah, or just Liza.
I usually see my billboard for advertisement.
Oh my
I'm
god.
gonna call you Lisa, Juris Doctor.
Wow. I think it's Esquire. Her title
Oh,
will be
Esquire.
Esquire. ESQ.
Oh, Esquire Lisa, what do you think?
Esquire. Or counsel. Counsel, what do you think?
Oh,
You know, like in England, when you go to court,
Mhm.
you put on those wigs.
oh my god,
Do they
where's
still
your
do
wig?
that?
Why didn't you bring your wig?
We don't have it here, but
Barrister. I'm exhausted.
Just from
I really
school.
am.
Oh my god.
I've never been so exhausted. But the thing is, like, the first week of rotations, dude, I would come home at like 6, 7 p.m.
Oh my god.
and I would have no energy. And I would somehow manage to shower and feed myself some sort of food, like toast. Mom, if
my
you're
God.
listening, that's not true. and then I would like just pass out at like 9 p.m. Like I would just fall asleep and then I would wake up in the middle of the night, brush my teeth and go back to sleep.
Oh my God.
Wow, Julie.
But I was like, is this just my life now? And now, like, my body got used to it. So I don't get tired anymore. But I'm like, wow, I was counting on that to get me to go to sleep. Because I'm notoriously bad at sleeping, actually. I think, like, I have a weird ability to stay awake. It's also a curse, though. Because I should have the urge to go to sleep, but usually I don't. But I actually do nowadays. Like, it'll be like 10 o'clock, and I'll be like, okay, I should go to bed. But yeah. Yeah. And guys, I wake up at like 6:30 nowadays. That's
That
crazy. That's big for me.
Yay.
I go to sleep at 4.
You go to sleep at
Oh.
4?
See, I used to do that consistently during my gap year.
Oh my god.
I
You
used
are
to sleep at
crazy.
4, wake up at like 2. Now I get no sense of fulfillment sleeping in anymore.
Wow. I was surprised. I was like, oh, like I actually get tired now
You're old.
when it's not. Yeah, it's because I'm getting old. Yeah.
I know.
It's like, oh my god, I'm gonna have like a regular sleep schedule, and this is gonna help me so much during law school because it's just like about discipline and getting enough rest
Yeah.
and then doing it again the next day.
Okay, except the final week.
Mm-hmm.
I have never pulled all-nighter in
Yeah,
law school.
I think if you're pulling an all-nighter, you're probably doing something wrong or doing too much.
I pulled an
Yeah.
all-nighter only once throughout 3 years.
Mm-hmm.
And when I went to sleep,
Mm-hmm.
I was making an outline for my test the next day.
Mm-hmm.
When I go to sleep, I had a dream of the outline.
Oh
You know, like,
my god.
yeah, like you fixing the fonts and the colors.
Oh
I
my
dream of that.
God. Oh god.
And then I was so focused on that, I went to the exam the next morning and forgot to take the flash drive. So I didn't have my outline.
Didn't you tell me about this?
She had it in her brain.
Did outlining help you like retain the information or?
Yeah,
Okay.
because you have the one who
Yay.
have to type it, right?
She didn't need it.
Like
She
short
didn't
it.
need the outline.
Yeah.
I got a B on that.
Wow, very good. Oh my god, go Liza.
But it feels such a waste. Like I spent so much time working on that outline
Yeah.
and I couldn't use it.
It happens.
Wow. Okay, so your second complaint is that you're just tired,
Yeah.
exhausted.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't even know where to begin. It's just been, I don't even know where to start. Help.
You ask yourself, why am I doing this to myself right now?
I was gonna tell my dad. So it's like, I'm telling him now because I know he's gonna listen.
Okay.
Interesting.
This is a new way to communicate with your parent.
When you don't.
Please go ahead.
It's actually really interesting because I feel like I've been cultivating a fearful respect of doctors for the past like 9 years. And now people are respecting me, which is really weird and confusing to me.
Wow.
It's really weird because like for the program that I'm in, so my rotation is basically all in the same hospital system, which I like because then I don't have to get onboarded multiple times. 'Cause that seemed like a hassle.
Yeah.
And then, yeah, so basically I'm in all these different clinics.
Wait, do you like meet patients at these clinics?
Yeah. So like basically it did not start how I expected it to start. It's like my first day, they were like, okay, these are our patients. These are the appointment times. This patient has this condition and this condition and this condition. We want to ask them about this and this and this. Okay, go. And they're like, just go in the room. Go talk to the patient.
Oh my goodness.
So I wasn't expecting that. I don't know what I was expecting, but yeah.
That doesn't sound normal.
Yeah, so then I just roll up.
Imagine
I'm
someone doing that
Julie.
with a big law associate. Like they would never
They
do
just
that.
abandon you. They're like, go in. But then afterwards, you take the patient's history, you ask them a bunch of questions, you do the physical exam, and then you come back out, you talk to your attending, you tell them, this is what's going on, I did these exams, I asked these questions, blah, blah. And then you go in together, and they, like, do their own kind of exam if they think there's anything that needs to be done. And then they, like, give their recommendations to the patient and stuff like that. Yeah.
Okay, it sounds crazy, but it makes sense.
It makes sense. Yeah, it makes sense. Yeah. but it was jarring.
Well, it's crazy to be in that sport, but
Like
it makes sense.
suddenly,
Listen to it, yeah.
because it's like I went from just like being a dumb little student
To
who
actually
just like
practicing.
studies all the time.
Yeah.
And now I'm like here talking to people all day. And then it's also funny because my program gives us like long white coats, which is very weird to me because normally as a med student you wear like a short white coat. But maybe it doesn't matter to patients as long as you're wearing a white coat anyway. But like the white coat is like an attending thing. But for some reason we have that. And then I think just because I like wear the white coat, which makes me look like a doctor, people respect me.
Oh, wow.
It's really weird.
Yeah.
And then like some of the nurses and medical assistants are so sweet. Like they'll
Wow.
call me doctor and I'll be like, "What? You're talking to me?" But they know I'm a med student, but they're still like calling me that to like get me used to it or something. And I'm like, this is
Whoa.
weird. I don't deserve this. Super strange. Yeah.
To be honest though, like, don't you feel like unless you, let's say you're in law school or you're in med school, that you try, like, you feel like you need to differentiate, you know, lawyer, attorney, who can tell the difference? But if you actually go through it, then okay, like, oh, I'm not attorney, I'm just a lawyer, and all those, right? But for normal people, like, they don't, they
I guess
just,
that's true.
it doesn't matter to them what you are. You know
Because
what
you're
I
going
mean?
to end up where you're going. You're going to end up being a doctor.
Right.
You're going to
They
end up being a
don't
attorney.
care.
So,
They don't care enough to differentiate it.
yeah.
'Cause it doesn't really matter in the,
It's like both.
grand
I
scheme.
know what you mean because like even just like random people I meet now, they're like, oh, so like you're a lawyer now, like, you know law. Like they suddenly think because I've gotten into law school, I now know about immigration law and will just start asking me questions about immigration law.
That's really fun. My gosh.
Yeah. Well, Julie, I think the reason why I had like such a strong reaction is because I think in law, like both in big law and in like government, like / public interest practice, there's a lot of handholding that goes on. I think too much sometimes. Like I think partners or like team leads or whatever tend to micromanage a lot. And like they would never send like a young first year associate or someone in training in to do like a deposition or in to speak with a client or to speak with opposing counsel. Like I think there's a lot of like strategizing and team huddling that goes on. And then like your work gets supervised and edited and revised like again and again. And like I think part of it is just like the nature of the work, right? Like it's very iterative in a sense. Like you go back to it again and again. Whereas I guess in your experience, you would be speaking to a lot of different clients and the talking part is what you would be doing every day as a doctor. So they might as well get you used to it now.
I do agree with you. But I think for me, I think it's different. Patients, they go into doctor, they go in hospital, right? But I'm saying there are like, let's say there are 10 hospital, but there are 1,000 law firms. And law firms is a business, like a restaurant.
That's true.
We're not in the job. It's the nature of the job to help people, but that's not our business. The business is to get clients and to make money. It sounds harsh, but that's the business of private law firm. And so if you go in there and if you retain one client, they're going to keep getting like, going back to your law firm. That's the goal. Not to do one job with them, but to get them as your permanent clients. So you don't want to send a newly graduate or like a second year law student to go on. It's about relationship, right?
Yeah.
They have bad impression of you. It's just now bad impression of the firm. And they're like, well, we're paying $1,000 and look how, the master grade, we don't trust you. We're just going to go somewhere else.
Yeah. But I think also maybe the other thing is like the stakes here are different. Like with law, if you're taking on a case, right, like one wrong move could mean you're getting sanctioned or like, like it's like a bad outcome.
If you miss the deadline.
Yeah. If you miss the deadline, like it's for like to file a motion, it's like really bad. It's so easy to make a wrong move. I think with like in law,
it's like the structure of the field and the business of law versus medicine, and then also like the structure of the training, like that's just not how it's done in law. Whereas in medicine, like they've been doing it like this for years. It makes sense.
But do you feel like there's a strict
Hierarchy?
Yeah,
Oh,
hierarchy.
yeah.
Than medicine. Like, I'm saying like,
No.
well, I'm saying like, if you go to a law firm, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's very strict on, okay, a partner,
Mm-hmm.
and then
Oh,
below the
yes.
partner, like,
Mm-hmm.
you don't go over
Mm-hmm.
their head, you know what I mean? Like,
Mm-hmm.
you do as you told.
Yeah.
You don't earn your spot by how good you are at this job, but how many years you loyal to the firm and how much sacrifices.
Yeah.
You know, you could be the best
Yeah.
lawyer in the firm your first year,
Mm-hmm.
you still don't get that spot. But if
Yeah.
you've been with them for 10 years, yeah, we trust you. You've been with us, you know. We accept you to our group now.
Yeah.
At least that's how I feel when I intern in those firms.
If you don't make partner, there's like no point in staying at a firm.
Yeah.
Like you could be a non-partner track associate, but you're not going to be getting like a chunk of the business. You know, like people leave to pursue other opportunities because maybe like after a few years at a firm, you're just like a really great litigator and you could have even better opportunities for yourself at like the DOJ or something.
So, like, I don't know, because when you first said, like, oh, the hierarchy, stuff like that, there's also a hierarchy, but it's different because my first thought was, like, for example, traditionally, med students are not allowed to sit.
Ever?
We have to stand.
Oh.
So,
just
waiting for clarification.
no, like, what else would we be doing?
just stand around.
Like, when you're like in a room with your attending and the patient, you just have to stand behind your attending.
Okay.
And you're like not allowed to sit down because it's
Yeah.
like you haven't earned the right to sit down and stuff like that. And then there's also like the different levels. But I guess it makes sense because like with law, I guess even after you've become like an attorney, I guess there's still the hierarchy, but I guess with medicine, after you become an attending, you're all kind of the same. Yeah.
Because I feel like law student almost like after you graduate and you become first year associate, until you make partner, those years almost feel like an audition to become a partner.
Yeah.
That's your residency.
Exactly.
Yeah, I guess so.
And yeah, I think that's the difference, right? But well, that's my piece on that one.
Yeah.
Okay.